Nigerian military again. So guys, what happened in Okoma community in Delta State is about to happen in Abia State. I mean, the lives of 5 Nigerian military men were sent to eternity. I mean, these bad guys just came out, ambushed these military men. And I tell you, the military is at the moment boiling. Nigerian military is boiling over this incident. Honestly, we all need to condemn this. This is condemnable. Honestly, we can't live in a country like this. No, this is condemnable. And you can imagine this happening in Abia State. The Abia that Alex Oti is working day and night to fix, to make things to work. These bad guys just came out from nowhere while Abia State was celebrating Alex Oti's 1 year in office with massive, developments that have taken place just within this space of time. These bad guys just came out from nowhere and sent 5 military men to eternity. And that is causing a whole lot of turmoil in Abia State. So guys, just take a look at this.
Nigeria is the only country where people attack their soldiers. People who have sworn to defend the sovereignty of this country and who are ready to pay the supreme price to protect the country. And then the same people that they are protecting are the ones killing them. They even burn down the patrol van of those soldiers. So, I mean, can anybody blame Major General Buba for saying that, look, the response from the military will be overwhelming. And when the military proceeds with that overwhelming response, trying to fish out the people, then we will sit down here and say the military should not use force, Soldiers also should not be absolutely in the line of duty. I support the fact that there should be proper investigation. Those masked gunmen should be fished out. Absolutely. And the utmost pressure should be put on people who are killing soldiers, who are destroying businesses, and on top of it all, yesterday, over 300,000 students in the Southeast could not write a WAEC exam.
I tell you, as it stands now, the military is boiling. The military is boiling, and the concern of people is all about, the civilians, the innocent civilians being affected. That is even it. Do you know that a medical doctor who had an emergency to attend to in the hospital was attacked by this military because the military was really, angry with what happened? So they poured their anger. It wasn't only the military men that was sent to eternity. Other civilians were caught up in this incident. I mean, Abia State is boiling at the moment. So guys, I'm just going to allow you listen to this video. Take your time and listen to this video. And for me, we should condemn this. Honestly, the Southeast is never known for violence. Take a look.
On May 30th, 1967, former governor of the Eastern Region, the late Chukwuemeka Ojukwu, declared secession of Biafra Republic from Nigeria. The declaration led to the civil war that started on July 6, 1967, and ended on January 15, 1970. It is estimated that during the 2.5-year war, between 500,000 and 2 million Biafran civilians died of starvation. Well, to commemorate the civil war, some Southeast stakeholders declared May 30th Biafra Day. Last week, the indigenous peoples of Biafra, through its spokesperson, Emma Powerful, issued a sit-at-home order in the Southeast to honor the fallen heroes of the Civil War. The group directed all schools, banks, transport unions, markets, and offices to shut down operations on May 30th. Well, according to Daily Trust, some soldiers were killed in Abia State by suspected IPOB militants who were reportedly enforcing the sit-at-home order. A viral video showed the moment the assailants shot sporadically before setting a military van ablaze.
Look at it now. Look at soldiers running. This is what is happening live now. Obi Kaba Junction. Look at the unknown gunmen just attacked the military. See, that's the junction. It's on fire now. The unknown gunmen. They came there and they set that place ablaze. You see, they killed all the military men there. All the military men there on the checkpoint.
This is horrible. Dr. Abati, our soldiers being killed. Well, I reached out to the defense headquarters and, Edward Buba gave me a statement, and I'll read some of them in part. He actually said that, their troops were killed by terrorists of IPOB and ESN. He wrote, the troops deployed to enforce peace in the area and protect the citizens were mass attacked by the terrorists. The attack sadly took the lives of 5 personnel of the armed forces killed in action. The armed forces mourns the death of these troops, as each and every soldier lost in battle is a terrible loss. Meanwhile, investigations are ongoing concerning the attack. Accordingly, it is absolutely imperative that the military retaliate against this dastardly act against troops. The military will be fierce in its response. We will bring overwhelming military pressure on the group to ensure their total defeat. He added that 6 civilians were killed in the crossfire. This is insane, really. But in the meantime, President General of the Ohaneze Ndigbo, Emmanuel Iwanyanwu, has denounced the killing of security personnel in the southeast. He spoke with journalists on Thursday. Iwanyanwu stated that the leader of the indigenous peoples of Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu, has also condemned the killings in the southeast and the sit-at-home order by the indigenous peoples of Biafra.
IPOB is the only group that wrote against me. Nnamdi Kanu is not with them. And you see, we have got in the east today people telling people not to go work still at home on Monday. There is no one today. People should not go to school. Even I hear that soldiers have been killed. The truth about it, I discussed with Nnamdi Kanu. He is very sad and very bitter about it. And Igbos are not happy. And he has said it. Nnamdi Kanu sometime last year said it, that he is not part of these people who are forcing Igbos to sit at home.
Did he say it today?
He said it to me again.
Today?
Yes, he said it to me. That is not part of it. He said it to me, and he said it to me today, that he is not part of this question of people going to stop people from taking exam. Igbos value education. 2 things that have made Igbos develop. One is education, the other one is business enterprise.
All right, Dr. Abati, he also called for a political solution. He asked President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to also look into that. But, I think this all has to be resolved because it's been going on for years. Since 1999, the Southeast stakeholders have been calling for May 30th to be set aside to honor the 4 fallen heroes. There are 2 elements here. There are the rogue elements, people that killed our soldiers, and the people that are calling for this day to be, recognized.
Okay, number one, what this shows again is the level of insecurity in the country. That non-state actors can just issue a directive. Non-state actors who have also been disowned, by the umbrella body that they claim to be representing. Now, Chief Iwanyanwu there said he spoke to Nnamdi Kanu, but Nnamdi Kanu himself, in an interview he granted after a court session, addressed the matter and said that the people who claim to be members of IPOB, who are giving orders for sit-at-home in the southeast, that they are unknown to the main body and that it does not support the idea of asking people to sit at home. However, you find a situation whereby, Emma Powerful issues a statement and all the people in the 5 states of the southeast will obey the order and they will stay at home at great cost, as prominent Igbo leaders have pointed out to the people, to the commercial activities. Aba is a major commercial nerve center in the whole of the southeast, and it's not just Aba, but to shut down the entire southeast is most unfortunate, and it's a signal to President Tinubu that this is a more important problem that has to be addressed.
Absolutely.
Rather than all this diversion about a national anthem that most people cannot even sing properly. That's number one. Number 2 is the fact that, what does this tell us? Whether the body that has asked people to stay at home is legitimate or not. It's simply the fact that in the minds of many Nigerians, either of Southeast extraction or elsewhere, the Civil War has not yet ended.
Absolutely.
The Civil War was 1967 to 70. General Gawan, who was head of state at the time, said, "No victor, no vanquished."
Yes.
It was because of it trying to put people together that he established the National Youth Service Corps program and talked about rehabilitation, reconstruction, reconciliation, the 3 R's of the Gowon era. All of these are still issues today. So that's why I say it looks like the Civil War has not ended. And what are these persons, non-state actors, saying? They say they are celebrating the 57th anniversary of the declaration of the Republic, the defunct Republic of Biafra. Biafra having been declared on 30th May 1967. These are issues at the heart of the Union, at the center of the national question. Now that we're no longer saying we are rising as compatriots, now that we're saying Nigeria, we hail thee. For us to hail that country, it must be one country.
Absolutely.
The unity, the diversity, the togetherness that President Tinubu says he's looking for must be seen in real concrete terms beyond song and dance. Number 3 is the killing of soldiers. Now, when the 17 soldiers were killed in Okwama community in Delta State, it became a big issue. Some people ended up blaming the military, engaging in reprisal attacks, shutting down the community. Look, Nigeria is the only country where people attack their soldiers. People who have sworn to defend the sovereignty of this country and who are ready to pay the supreme price to protect the country. And then the same people that they are protecting are the ones killing them. They even burned down the patrol van of those soldiers. Yes. So, I mean, can anybody blame Major General Buba for saying that, look, the response from the military will be overwhelming? And when the military proceeds with that overwhelming response, trying to fish out the people, then we will sit down here and say the military should not use force, should not use force. Soldiers also should not be killed.
Absolutely.
In the line of duty. I support the fact that there should be proper investigation. Those masked gunmen should be fished out.
Absolutely.
And the utmost pressure should be put on people who are killing soldiers, who are destroying businesses, and on top of it all, yesterday, over 300,000 students in the Southeast could not write a WAEC exam.
Unacceptable.
So is WAEC going to reschedule the exam? These are innocent children finishing secondary school, writing exams, and then you don't allow them. You won't even give them passage to go and write their exams.
Yes, right.
So we are in trouble.
Right, yeah.
We have more serious problems than Arise, O compatriots, and Nigeria we hail thee.
Very well said. You know, we also have to call on the Southeast governors also to look into this sit-at-home order.
Even they themselves
yes,
at home.
this is the issue.
The governors themselves could not go out.
But you know that, the IPOB lawyer has also called for them to have some sort of conversation, really, to commemorate that May 30th day. May our soldiers, our fallen heroes, may their soul continue to rest in peace. We'll take another story, highlighting this shocking footage of some school children carrying concrete on their head.
Nnamdi Kanu is my son. Today I'm the leader of Igbo people, and every Igbo child is my son. He is my son. He has been incarcerated for so many months. And I have reviewed the matter very critically. Many Igbos have reviewed the matter very critically. And we are of the opinion that Nnamdi Kanu doesn't deserve the type of punishment it's being given. Nnamdi Kanu, like all youths in Nigeria, expressed their unhappiness because they believe they lack opportunities. They believe there is discrimination. They believe that things are not the way they should go. They are not happy. So it's not only Nnamdi Kanu, and this is not the first time. Let's go back into history. And you see, we have been talking about the restructuring of this country. And I want to take this opportunity again to call Tinubu to take a serious look, an immediate look into the structuring of this country. Until this country is structured to enable people to develop within their capacity, within their potentials, so that people should in fact be able to harvest and exploit God-given potentials in their places. And then the power of federal government should be reduced. The federating units should be given more power. This has been clear in 1914 when Nigeria was amalgamated. It was clear to everybody that Nigeria was not a republic of one nation, but a federation of many nations. So it's a federal republic with many nations. All the various ethnic nationalities had their culture, had their history, had their basic traces. And it was clear to all of us. And all through history, where you have such people, you normally work in a federation. For example, the Great Britain. In Great Britain is comprised Scotland, comprised Ireland, comprised Wales, and comprised England. They are working together. Our founding fathers were sensible enough that thought a federal constitution. The military changed it. This problem has been on. When Britain wanted us to have independence in 1957, the North said no, they won't accept it. In fact, at that particular time, if Awolowo and Zik, who were leaders of this eastern, south, and southern Nigeria, had agreed, because there were three regions: northern region, western region, and eastern region. If any two of them had agreed, they would get it by 1957. Well, we didn't. In fairness, Awolowo was very keen on it, but it was Zik who actually played the mediatory role and said we should carry the North along with us. That time, North was shouting Araba, Araba. That means they wanted to secede. They said that they cannot. And then we had to have it by 1960. Even by 1960, we had a federal constitution which gave every region, then 3 regions, North, East, and West, level of autonomy. All these regions had their high commission in Britain. They operated. And in fact, at that time, Eastern Nigeria operated very well. We were described Eastern Nigeria as probably one of the fastest growing economies south of Sahara. Now, even before then, even after independence, we had the other problems. We had Isaac Boro. Isaac Boro demanded for Niger Delta. Eventually, he succeeded, in fact. Eventually, Nigerians absorbed him into Nigerian army. In fact, he fought in Nigerian army. And I think he died fighting as a Nigerian soldier during the Civil War. Now, the Civil War, for example, was again due to restructuring. Ojukwu didn't want to break away from Nigeria. Igbo didn't want to break away. In Aburi, what Ojukwu discussed with Gowon was restructuring of Nigeria to make it easier for Igbos to live in the country. But when they all agreed, but when Gowon came to Nigeria, we were made to understand that Nigerians were advised not to accept it, because restructuring means giving the rich oil area to eastern Nigeria, and they're very rich. So they repeated it. I still remember in Biafra, everybody had a vest. On Aburi we stand. On Aburi we stand. That on Aburi we stand didn't mean that we were seceding. It's that we want to be Nigerians. But with the restructured Nigeria, eventually that failed, and it led to civil war, where we in Igbo land lost over 3 million people.
So, Mr. Mayor, continue.
Yes. I'm coming, I'm rounding up.
Okay.
I'm rounding up. Listen, I'm telling you the background. Now, the point about it is, I'm only telling you why today, the Yorubas are asking for secession. Today, you have they're asking for the Oduduwa. And of course, they have infrastructure very well developed. Even the Jaws are asking for it. Even the Middle Belt. So the point about it, the only solution is not only the Igbos. People think it's only Igbos. The only solution to this is restructuring. I think it has to be done quickly. Nnamdi Kanu, I haven't seen any. They have been cleared by the court. The High Court have been declared him. The Supreme Court has declared him. I don't understand why he's being held. You see, I don't see why somebody who is being held. We are appealing to the government because today it's no more a judicial issue. It's a political issue. We in Igbo land, and I'm speaking for Igbos, we believe that this matter is not political. We don't want people to talk about going through the court process. Court process can last the next 5 years. That means our son will be in prison for 5 years or so. I think this is a political matter. And I want the president to use political power to get him released. When I go in there, first of all, ask me the purpose. The purpose is that we are not in support. We have a group called IPOB. I call it IPOB. This group claim a lot of things, but Nnamdi Kanu have dissociated himself. Even recently, there was wild accusation against me as a leader of Igbos. IPOB is the only group that wrote against me. Nnamdi Kanu is not with them. And you see, we have got in the East today people telling people not to go work on Monday. There is not one today. People should not go to school. Even I hear that soldiers have been killed. The truth about it, I discussed with Nnamdi Kanu. He is very sad and very bitter about it. And Igbos are not happy. And he has said it. Nnamdi Kanu sometime last year said it, that he is not part of these people who are forcing Igbos to sit at home.
Did he say it today?
He said it to me again.
Today?
Yes, he said it to me. That is not part of it. He said it to me, and he said it to me today, that he is not part of this question of people going to stop people from taking exam. Igbos value education. Two things that have made Igbos develop. One is education. The other one is business enterprise. We don't joke with these two things. There is hardly any Igbo family that joke with education. If anybody come and tell an Igbo person, I heard today they are doing mathematics, and then Igbos are being stopped. I even hear that some military people are killed. These are criminal acts.
So, guys, you have seen it for yourself. Honestly, these bad guys should stop, painting the South is black. No, we don't want this. We want one Nigeria. We can be united. We can build a better country. We can become, one nation and forge ahead. It's just that we've not got patriotic leaders. What will it take the leadership of this country to just come to the Southeast and say, Southeasterners, what do you people want? You sit down on the round table and discuss these things. Even if you can't implement all, you start from somewhere and there will be peace. Oh my God. We all know for the fact that the Southeast has been marginalized, but nevertheless, we cannot, encourage this kind of acts by these guys. We must condemn it. We must condemn it to the core. Honestly, we must condemn this. But at the same time, the federal government should look into this. You can imagine that children that were writing WAEC, They were all caught up in this. Some of them couldn't go out to go write their exam, meaning that no how, they are going to be repeating this exam after paying all the fees and registration that is involved, the ups and downs. You could see how this sit at home of a thing had denied them the opportunity to get into the university by next year. So many of them will be coming back again to rewrite this exam. Nigerians, this is not helping the Southeast. We should all join our voices in calling on the federal government to look into this Southeast issue. It's affecting everybody. It's affecting the businesses. Can you imagine every Monday people are meant to sit at home? Sometimes they have up to 2 days of sit at home in the Southeast. I mean, there are people who only go out to be able to get what they will eat. So you can imagine them not going out, how that is going to affect their family and their children at large. So guys, it is not easy with those doing businesses in the Southeast. And I tell you, we must call on the government to look into this Southeast issue. I don't think this is difficult to handle. Why is it that Buhari came and could not do anything to ensure he fosters unity in Nigeria? The same thing Tinubu is doing. I think unity is supposed to be the first thing. It's not all about national anthem. It should be the first thing that anybody that comes into power that really want Nigeria to work should be talking about, because it will make business environment to boom. I mean, investors will want to come into an environment that is peaceful, not an environment that is full of turmoil. So guys, I don't know what you make of this video. I don't know what you have to say about this, but for me, we must all condemn this. And I pray that the government, I mean the federal government, will see the need to come speak with the Southeast. We should bring these people together. Let's carry the Southeast along. Look at what the Igbos are going through in Lagos. Look at what the marginalization in politics, in anything, even the little businesses they are doing. Some of them are being deprived. We know what Innocent has gone through in Nigeria because he makes car and so many things. People are saying that it is intentional to stop the Igbos. I think it is time for we all to come together and make sure that this unity is discussed so that Nigeria can survive. So guys, let me know what you have to say about this in the comment section below. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell. Thank you.